What's up, people? What a guan, what a guan. Alright, so I'm back with another video. So let's reason now for mother and son thing. I was just talking to a friend of mine. I was telling her that I'm gonna talk about the story because you know what? Sometimes we need to talk about things and get others' feedback. So this is my feedback pertaining to mother and son. I have 4 kids, 1 boy. I love my son. Them say, sometimes them will say, mother love them son more than how them love them daughter. Me no know about that. Me try to split my love individually. Don't give this one too much attention. And that was ever since growing up. Me never used to have that complaint from my girls that me love my son more. Me never used to have them kind of complaint there with my kids grow them. When me I grow them, me never used to have that complaint. If you not have that complaint, guys, wanna drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comment section if you not have that complaint when growing on the kids, especially when you have more than 1 kids. If you not have that complaint. But a mother, them say a mother first love is them son, and a son first love is them mother. I'll try very hard not to give one of my kids, one of my child too much attention, because we know that can affect you because of how I was raised, and I feel neglect. I didn't want my child to feel neglect, so I try my best to do it the best way I could. Not saying it was perfect, I'm just saying I try my best to do it the best way I could. All right. So I was talking to this lady, and she married. She's here for years. She met this guy, and she met him through the guy's mother. But for what I learned is like the mother always involved in their lives, and it comes a time when you have to step back and make your children live them life. With my girls, I am more protective of them than the boy, honestly, because I wanted them to be treated with dignity. And if I feel like they are short from that, then that is going to be a problem to me, because at the end of the day, I don't want them to be treated less than how they deserved. And I want them to know their self-worth, know their values, what they want for themselves. And if I see where you're accepting something less, I am going to voice my opinion, because that's the kind of mother I am. And if I see like the person is not treating you right and you're unhappy, I want to know, because I want to be able to talk to them about it and find out what. Not saying that, all right, then the boy, this, deserve you and this and that and that. Me no want to say them kind of stuff, but me want to be able to challenge my kids them to know them self-worth and don't settle for less, because every one of them stick a bush. And if this person here is not valuing you, then go and go find somebody who don't value themselves, and that's where you will find your match. But for my kids and for you as a mother, I believe that this is where we can value our children relationship, but not to butt in all the time and confuse them. If you hear something, it is okay for you to ask your children, say to them, whichever, whether ask, say to them, I believe that. But this is the part that I don't like, and I'm going back to the young lady. She's trying to keep a party for her husband, because now her husband, he become a husband, and they're married, and he's coming here, and you are keeping a party. His wife is keeping a party for him, and she's going to tell him, don't invite anybody that he don't know, and don't invite anybody that he don't know, and him don't like crowd, and I know my son, and him don't like this and him don't like that, so don't do this and don't do that. Come on now, this is the wife. Let she and her husband make that decision, right? And You can suggest, but don't dictate as a mother. I don't believe you should dictate to a wife. My daughter-in-law, at one point, she said to me, because my son had a girlfriend. At one point, she said to me, the only person my son loves is me. And I said, that is not true. And this is what I wanted her to understand. Trust me, I love her dearly. But don't, as a daughter-in-law, this one is for any daughter-in-law out there. And this is what I do. Because with me, I am not going to tell my husband that I am not going to tell, or they go now, I am not going to tell my, what do you call it, my mother-in-law that the only person her son love is she. My husband love his mother, but I am not going to do it because not every mother is going to take it lightly. And believe me, I take it very lightly. Some mother would get off. So I said to her, this is what I wanted you to do. I want you to focus on just your relationship with my son. Because one, blood, whether you're married, yes or no, you can depart at any time. And as a mother, you bring your kids here and you love them dearly. But at the same time, as a mother, you have to make your kids know what is right. And I believe I put that down to them from an early stage to be respectful of people. But I don't think that's the case. Sometimes we as women get into our head and think otherwise. But if you focus on the priority, which is the relationship that you have with this person, and stay on track with that person, then you won't have any problem. And this is what I do. Sometimes if you're a picky person, little things will get to you, but sometimes it's best to just keep it to yourself. And that's what I do. So I'm just giving you my opinion on it. So when the young lady said to me, leaving from my daughter-in-law story now, I finished with that, but that's what I said to her. Focus on the relationship you have with him and don't focus on the relationship he had with me. Okay? I know my son love me, and that's all he needs to do, love his mother. But one thing for sure, when you have a man that I know that love their mother, that I know that love their mother dearly, they will automatically love their wife. But they were very new in the relationship. And you know, man doesn't really fall in love so quickly as woman. So we have to take all those things into consideration. A woman fall deeply quickly. So who is this? Okay, so a woman fall deeply quickly while a man take time to do so. So because you don't see what you want to see in the beginning, that doesn't mean he's not getting there. Just don't force him to do what he don't want to do at an early stage, and trying to nag him pertaining to what he feels. Just allow him on his own process to get there. And that is my advice. And the young lady was so upset. She was crying on the phone saying that she have to disrespect the mother-in-law and all of that. That is one thing that I don't like either. I don't want my son, wife, or girlfriend to disrespect me, because I am not the kind of person gonna get up into their relationship where once you become a wife, you and your husband make a decision. I don't want to be a part of that, because what God has put together, let no man separate it. And I am not the person who is going to separate it. With my girls, I would rather, my phone ringing, guys. Give me a minute, let me turn. Okay, let me put it on silent. With my girl, it's still a vibrate. even though it's on silent. Okay. With my girls, I put out that more interest to protect their heart because I know that they fall in love. I cannot. You know what my daughter said to me? Mom, you've been protecting us all your life. You cannot do it anymore. If we're going to get hurt, let us get hurt. We come of age now and we reach that point. And yes, I agree. But I am the kind of person who pick things up, see things for what they are, and I can look past things, look behind things. Let's say not past things, behind things, beyond things. I can look far into things. And sometimes by just communicating with you, it gives me an understanding of who you really is. Sometimes I'm 99% right, sometimes I'm 87% right, but that is me. I take time to listen to people and absorb everything and kind of just feel how I feel towards that person. And that is me. I'm quick on that, and most of the time I am correct. Sometimes I will hear things and try to put it into words myself and to figure out things for myself to get beyond that person as well. But as I said before, a mother really need to step back and let their son take control of their relationship. You don't have any attachment. When your son get married, you have an attachment because it's your son, but you don't have an attachment with their relationship and to dictate to them how they're supposed to live their life. Your daughters either. They choose that life. They choose. Once they come of age, they choose to live that life. So you really have to make them make those mistakes for themselves if it's a mistake they're going to make. So for me, that is how I feel. I don't want to be in my child life dictating to them, tell them, oh, you must do this, you must do that. When you come of age, that's it. You can dictate to them when they are young and cannot make those decisions for themselves. They cannot make those decisions for themselves. But when they come of age, sometimes they have to feel to learn. As long as they're not going into any danger where you have to protect them. But as long as they're married and them living their life, I really believe that mother should come out of their son relationship and stop dictate to the women's and tell them what to do. Because I am not that kind of mother who dictate to the women's or my son and tell them what to do. I would rather defend my daughter-in-law over my son because I feel like a man should play that role of a man into that woman's life. Just like how I will protect my girls even more than my son, because a man's supposed to protect their wives. A man's supposed to, let me repeat that, a man's supposed to protect their wives. And that is the reason why I would more be on my daughter-in-law side and not on my son's side. So tell me what you all think, and tell me if you are one of those mothers that defend their son up from their relationship. Leave them, make them mistake. Okay, guys? So tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. And I'm looking forward to hear what you have to say in the chat. Okay, guys? Bless upon a nice self. Love you guys. And guys, I am so happy I reached 4K subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your support. And I'm truly appreciate it. Love you guys. Guys, guess what? Also, I have a new topic coming up where me and my girlfriends, we are going to talk about our lives. And, you know, one of them is in Florida. One of them is next door to me. And sometimes she's going to be here. She's not at work. We're going to call on the phone, and we have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about how we get here to the US. We have so much things that we want to share, and we'd like your advice on what we can talk about next. So that's coming up real soon, maybe in another week or so. But we are putting things together, like our topics that we're going to talk about. So bless upon yourself. I want to take care. Love and know. Adios.